Alright, we are live here with the final day of the group stage. I believe BobbyAwesome somewhere out there as well. Just getting in the lobby here of our two players, Losira and Scarlett. And actually, we're going to get in game right away here. I think Bob might need a couple seconds here, but he'll be here. He'll be online shortly. I can guarantee a good percentage of that statement is true. Okay, yes, we are actually loading up right now into the map.
That's true.
You made it into the lobby, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I'm just working on the side here, trying to replace. Not really
I'm just trying to
replace.
send this tweet.
Just making sure we get a good full roster here. We got Losira, Scarlett, Impact, and a fourth player. And we're going to be doing today. It'll be.
Figure out how to send the tweet without the fourth player held.
What do you mean about the fourth player?
Oh no, I'm trying to name the players. I'm like, okay, well I'll just name the three.
Yeah, that's fine. And we're gonna be doing best of fives here, single limb this time, because seemed to be a bit of a surprise. So, yeah, that's how we'll do. Just to make sure that we had something. Anyways, Bob, I'll let you take this one away.
I haven't sent the tweet yet.
Okay, I'll take this one away. In the top right, guys, pink player. It is, of course, Scarlett. In the bottom left, we've got Losira. You know, I don't know if you want to play the Fast Lingers game of Losira, or the Fast Fingers game of Losira. I don't think anybody wins that one versus him. Actually, was it Losira that we saw that one? I wasn't there. The one time I wasn't there versus maybe Star Killer, where it was like one Ling versus one Ling in the end, or whatever. Remember that one that you cast? Was that him?
That was that was Star Killer and Cham.
Oh, Cham. Oh, yeah. I know he makes a regular appearance now in these online.
Yeah.
The weekend ones. So I was thinking maybe it's possible. Could have happened. But okay. So we got ourselves a couple ZVZs here, Bobby. In a row, hopefully, possibly. Still working on that, but we like it now. It's changed from what it was, in my opinion.
What
Used to
has?
be a little dull. Zerg versus Zerg.
Oh, it's good. I like it a lot right now. Although,
yeah,
I think in a way it is very different because there's many tiers to it as well, and it seems to take longer to get where it used to be. Sometimes people used to beeline to Mutalisks or just straight to Roaches, but more often than not, we're seeing these skirmishes earlier on, and then it's the transition phase, and then there's that, like we saw it yesterday too, where there's this little bit of a lull, and both players kind of, maybe poke at the third, try to prevent that somewhat, but then there's that transition into Roaches or Ravagers or Hydras or Lurkers and whatever it may be, Mutalisks even, which we saw, which I don't know if that's the one I've seen not work the most. Mutalisk seems to be the weakest transition so far. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, who knows? Because a lot of people loathed the Muta versus Muta battles of the days of yore. I don't disagree with them, because you never know what's happening. It's just a cloud of Mutas hugging each other in the air, and it's just pixels swarming each other, and some pixels disappear, and some stay. So
yeah. I mean, unless they made the Mutas so they just couldn't possibly clump up, it's just always gonna happen. But I mean, that would make them. Well, it would help versus splash damage, but the Mutas, the little flock of Mutas swinging in the back of the base, if there was like a big cloud that you could see, it would be harder to harass mineral line stuff. In fact, it would be really hard to get away from stuff like missile turrets and whatnot. Oh god, Barons! Oh! Looks like Losira is going to put on a little pressure if these Banes actually starting to cross here. 8 more Lings on the way, 10 now, 14. Yeah, he's trying to go for it though. Scarlett going to pick off one of the 2 Banes at the front. She has 4 Lings still up here, so these Banes. Oh, actually, not going to even go for it. Third hatch down for both players, but like we said, a little bit of fight going on here to start out the early game.
Oh, a nice little Bane hit there. That's not bad. here. Losira is the aggressor, of course, moving a lot of units across the map towards this third base of Scarlett. This is essentially what we were mentioning before. It's always a... Oh, nice Banes going off. It's mostly Banes for Banes, though. At the foot of the natural base of Scarlett. More Banes still left available for the defending Canadian Zerg here, but pooling up more Lings and Banes just west of the third base. Here is Losira getting surrounded that Queen. Oh, nice. Got some transfuses going on to keep said Queen alive. Oh, Banes come down. Oh, they hate.
Oh. That's quite a few Lings there. Doesn't want to lose the Banes to Scarlett, or else maybe she can get overrun, but Roachhorn 3/4 the way down here, maybe 2/3. After that comes out, she'll be able to push us back. Oh god, Banes on Banes. Oh, that's a good trade there for Scarlett. She has 3 more Banes coming up here. She'll push us back quite easily. Where did the Queens go? Oh, okay, just making sure nothing runs into the main there. And let's look at the drone count here. The Scarlett took a little bit of a lead there, as well as going into the Roaches. Oh, Losira has 9 on the way. Is that what I saw there? So going to take the lead himself. And yeah, both players get the Roaches come out here. Scarlett's made quite a few already, though.
Well, yeah, she's quite a bit ahead in that army supply, pumped that out quite a bit sooner. I mean, Losira is the aggressor here, too, so he's not going to get anything done. It's pretty much done, especially with the Roaches now out. I mean, the Banelings alone from Scarlett, she's kept alive,
well, she's gonna
by
cross,
and large.
Though. She's making enough that you gotta go with this.
Well, no, she is, yeah. Well, I'm saying Losira's the one we'll have to pull back soon, because he's not accomplishing anything. So Scarlett's going to have to move across the map now with those Roaches, and that's exactly the intended purpose of them, as there's nothing here that Losira has to stop them for now. As you mentioned before, though, he has Roaches of his own, and what, 11 in production and continue to rise. 20 more Lings here in production to supplement the Roaches already out here for the Canadian Zerg.
Those Lings still in the main, they could turn into Banes, get a big hit off shortly, but if this push from Scarlett doesn't work, I mean, she's down in drones, and I mean, she's got to make something happen with this, at least. Let's see those Lings. Oh, 1 left. I guess a couple of them got killed. But yeah, lots of Lings came in with the reinforcing wave. She's up by a lot of armor supply here. She should be able to get it done. No Banes. Oh, 1 Bane. That's got to get a huge hit for Losira, or else I'm pretty sure this is going to do it. Oh, can we get it?
Oh,
no, pretty decent.
Actually, that was not bad.
Half, at least half. Yeah.
Half those things, yeah, I agree. But that may have bought enough time here for Scarlett to take a little bit of damage to allow her to close this on towards this third base. More Banelings have morphed in, though, and those Roaches are preoccupied with the Roaches here
maybe those Banes.
Losira, making those Ravagers a little bit vulnerable for a second, but those reinforcing Lings could not have come at a more opportune time, as those Roaches were closing in
Queen takes it to the face.
Scarlett. Oh, yeah, some corrosive bounce to the face, too. That Queen took. That's awesome. Now, that's pretty much it. GG's called. Scarlett takes game 1. This is best of 3 versus Losira. Oh, man.
Nice.
That's entertaining. Alright. Of course, guys, the other player we have is Impact. We're actually trying to find a short notice replacement for him. Hopefully that happens.
To face off.
Yeah, for him. I said, well, yeah, Impact's here. Well,
for him to
face off against for him.
Yeah.
For him, yeah. Well, I did say for him.
A replacement for him would give
I guess you could take that both ways. Yeah, Impact's here. So, yeah. He needs an opponent.
Yeah. He needs someone to... You can't have an Impact without something else to go up against, or else you're just floating forever. Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just potential.
Yeah, exactly. I'll eventually impact on something.
I'll live up to my name. Of course, guys, this is the House versus Korea. Group D to determine who will make it to the round of 8, which is nice and getting filled up already. 2 more players left to qualify for said round of 8. Double elimination style group. Top 2 players make it into said round of 8. And that will continue on, well, depends on player schedule. Could be tomorrow, might be Friday. We might actually end up doing it all in one day. We'll see how that ends up working out. It'll be fun either way. Neon Violet Square is the map, as we have Losira versus Scarlett. Nice. I mean, you know, I'm okay with Zed versus Zed element. I don't know what your sentiments are. I know you're talking about it, and I wasn't listening a little bit earlier on, and it's one of those things where I think it's pretty dang exciting. And especially with the Baneling hits, who doesn't like explosions? No, really, who doesn't? Who doesn't? If you don't, I don't know you. I don't know you. And I don't care to know you. Because explosions are the best element. May they be mine explosions, Bane explosions, Purification Nova explosions, all sorts of things. They are my favorite. And Zed vs. Zed has plenty of them. And Scarlett is one of those players that we talk about a lot that skirts that edge of sending her lings towards Banes, and like, by all rights, they ought to be dead. But she pulls them back in time. How? How, Element? I want to know. Well, and why? Actually, more than anything else, why are you doing this?
Yeah, why is also the question. Well, I mean, we've seen it quite a few times where the other player will like, you know, manually detonate their Banes thinking they're getting a good one. And then, or they just go up on a single ling, right? She clicks off the one at the last, not last second is even wrong. It's like the last 1/10 of a second. Because anything closer, and it's, I mean, some of the times it's, like you said, doesn't even work out in her favor at all. It's very rare though for her, you know, even though it looks like it's gonna go so fast. She actually does get away with it quite often. Anyways, well, I'm gonna go in your view here for a second. Gonna look at one thing on the side, and then I think we're good to go here. So just spin around and stuff. I believe it.
All right, I'll look at bases, Element. Or maybe this Overlord that's heading across the map. So far, nothing much is happening, guys. Just both players opening exactly the same here. Gonna get that speed out here as soon as possible. Get that app control, classic Zed versus Zed stuff. Not my style though. I'm well, actually kind of is. I'll just build nothing but lings shortly after. Like, no more drones, nothing but lings. That's BobbyAwesome style for those wondering. If my Diamond League Zerg play. And we do have lings on the way here for Losira. Drones on the way though for Scarlett. So we'll see if these lings for Losira do make their way across the map. Speed, of course, immediately started here for Losira. Not yet for Scarlett, of course, which is interesting. She's going for upgrades instead, so it does, of course, have this evolution chamber, which, of course, I missed. Getting that +1 armor, which actually definitely helps quite a bit against the Banelings, as Element is so fond of pointing out. Of course, Scarlett here is the pink Zerg player, as always, or as more often than not. Losira is the red Zerg in the northwest. And now Losira, very fast APM, that's what he's known for, is those blazing fast fingers. But, you know, that doesn't always translate into perfect play. You know, you could be the fastest player in the world and still screw up in your decision making. You know, we see that with Suppy. I mean, Suppy's one of the fastest players, APM-wise. I mean, definitely in the foreigner scene, without question. I mean, even most Koreans don't have the APM that guy has. You know, sometimes just couldn't put it together, unfortunately, even though I love the Substeer. Nobody calls him that. I just made that up. But,
yeah, no, that's not a real name. Well, it is, but it's just not one that he actually has.
That's a Bobism.
Oh, well. You didn't take away the interest, Bobby.
I sort of did, but I didn't really know.
All right.
I didn't.
You got this.
All right, then. To the southeast side of the map, we have the pink Zerg player. It is Scarlett. And to the northwest side, we have the red Zerg player getting lair. It's Losira.
A little bit of lack of respect on that name for Scarlett, Bobby, but I'll let that one slide.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you gotta. Neve gets it. She gets it too now. I mean, it's not.
I guess so. I mean, it is a significant championship, so I guess it does make sense. I'll do it next time.
Yeah.
All right, a lot of lings here for Scarlett, though, making their way across the map. And they mean business. I mean, they sort of mean business. I guess they.
Oh no.
They have +1 armor, but they're slow.
Okay. Look like we had a small leg spike there, but perhaps not. Oh god! Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, the +1 armor. Yeah. But still,
it's part of the plan.
I mean, you don't want to go up into 2 of them and just lose everything. Could still happen. It's a possibility. You didn't get a little leg spike there, did you?
No, not that I know of. No. Seems fine.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, I must be downloading stuff still or something.
Wow. No respect. No respect to the internet.
Yeah, it should be okay.
All right, so
anyways,
we do have a counterattack here happening from Losira. A lot of lings here at the front door, but enough defensive lings for Scarlett here. I wonder if he's going to morph in some banelings, though, is Losira. Already has some banelings on the way, but
Already has some.
maybe I'd like to see a few more, considering there are roaches already on the field now, too. I want to clear up those lings immediately so his own lings can get some surrounds on those roaches, but
yeah.
He's going to go for it.
He's back at home droning and getting roach speed and +1 attack, so I don't think...
So he's not going for it. Jeez.
Not gonna... Yeah, yeah. What I'm saying is, he is in fact not going for it. Pulling the Banes on home, it looks like 2 at the same time here. Making sure... Oh, or just put them in the middle. Just plant it. Oh, wow. I was hoping we could see a lead up into those Banes. But yeah, third base for both players here. Huge drone count lead, too, for Losira and Aspire, Bobby. Dear Lord. We've never seen this work in a game.
I was talking about it just earlier on. Like, it's the least effective build transition we've seen so far.
Well, you know
I
why?
mean, maybe that may not statistically be true, but
Dear Lord.
from what we've seen, yeah.
64 versus 32, Bobby. That is actually double.
Yeah.
And it's just going to walk across the map, and some mutas will come out. Perhaps just when they get there. But
yeah.
when the mutas do come out, it'll be too late. It'll be too late. The damage will have been done. Yeah.
Aspire's only 2/3 of the way done. I mean, plus the mutas have to be built, and how many mutas will he actually have pop out? I mean, the gas he's even spending some of his gas, I think, because he knows his attack is happening. So, because his attack is already at his third base. So, and he doesn't have enough roaches to deal with the initial part of the roaches of Scarlett, let alone the rest that are making their way across the map as the engagement has begun here. The army dwindling fast here for Losira, still firmly behind in that army supply. Actually, hitting that hatch was probably... Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Like, was kind of attacking that hatch with Scarlett, but even half her army being distracted was enough to take that game. And Scarlett takes a series 2-0 versus Losira. Alright. Of course, our other player is Impact. I know we're trying to find a replacement player for the 4th slot, but we have to wait a bit. See if that'll happen.
Well, this series is flying.
I know, it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Quicker than expected. That was like a 10-minute series.
Well, no, it was the best of 5, so it's still another game, of course. But
oh, is it best of 5? I thought it was best of 3.
No, I told you we pushed it in because, well, you know.
You told me no.
Right at the start, I said, the first thing I said.
That was yesterday.
No, you were still doing your tweets. I'll forgive you for that one. Trying to figure out how to put 3 players' names into a tweet if we only have 3 players. How do I do it? But,
well, yeah. Okay, so you're saying it's best of 5, and it's
best of 5 because it would perhaps caught off guard for some, and so yes.
Single elimination, not double elimination. Okay. Oh, thanks for telling me that. Jeez.
I did tell you this. I have it on replay. And
well, in a message or something so I can read it. Anyway, so single elimination.
I announced it to you.
Then who faces
the rest of the world?
So, well, if it's a best of 5, wouldn't it be just a round robin? Be better or whatever, like between the 2 players? I don't know. Either way, okay. So that means Losira's not out yet. That's good news for Losira fans, which I have been for since he looked like a different person, actually. Considering he's made transformations over the years. You know, now he's like buff. You know, he's like a model now, this guy. He's like Losira. He's just a different dude. But, you know, good for him. You know, making the most of his life. And he's still playing Starcraft at the highest level, so you have to respect that perseverance on multiple levels, you know? He's literally sorting himself out, and that's pretty rad.
Yeah.
And, but, against Scarlett, who arguably is the best foreign Zerg right now? I mean, I'm not going to say she's the best. Arguably the best. Some could argue that point. I don't necessarily think so. Not yet. I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying she's not necessarily. Get what I'm saying?
Well, who would the others be?
She has more to prove. She only won 1 event, and she won 1 event. And that was like...
Hold on, though. Who would the others be right now?
The other best foreign Zergs? Well, I don't know.
Is nerds that got slayed?
Maybe I'd say... well... A laser, an argument could be made, but he's consistently top performances in championship, not since last year.
One of the 2 nerds.
Okay, or how about dang it,
the Surf and S?
Yeah.
Is it after this?
Why is the name slipped my mind? Oh,
I'm gonna wait.
Don't you dare! Just say the name. It's the
Yeah, hold
morning.
on, Bobby. You gotta take away these intros, Bob.
All right,
I'll
I'll
say
do
the
this
name.
first. Jeez, how do I the name not slip my mind right now? Okay, to the southeast side of the map, guys, we do have the blue Zerg player. It is Losira. And to the northwest side of the map, we have the Zerg player hailing from Canuckville, Canada, winning the first unofficial victory for Canada in the, I guess, the Pyeongchang Olympic Games at IEM Pyeongchang. It is Scarlett! And carrying that momentum strong for us so far. Which I...
So, okay, you're still the observer. Keep going. You got this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, sorry.
You're trying to tab out in the chat right away, aren't you? Dear Lord.
Whoa. What if I was? Just kidding, no. No, chat's kind of blocked right now. Why is that happening? Anyway. So yeah, you have Laser, you got Nurcho, Snoot, Cyril, and you have, a lot of top players. Well, Cyril just recently won the WCS, so I guess I'd probably put him as #1 Zerg, probably, just because it is WCS. And where IEM Pyeongchang it was nice and all. It's not quite WCS. So there's a prestige factor there. We do have Lings for Losira, poking at this third base, which is pretty greedy for Scarlett. She's forced to cancel. No question about that. Quite a distance between the natural and said third here to defend properly, especially with the queens taking their sweet time moving off creep here. Trying to retake that third base, both move in the face of danger. That's the way Scarlett rolls, guys. As she's gonna take it. She has enough Lings now to deflect the Lings of Losira, and will manage to get that. But nice delay from Losira. He has his own third base, slightly ahead of Scarlett. Nothing too crazy, but a little victory here nonetheless. Baneling's already morphing in defensively for our blue Zerg player. Does he have any elsewhere? No, just his Lings being chased around by Scarlett. And you know how it is.
So yeah, it doesn't actually, and I know you wanted to do best of 5 here. I mean, which we are. Single limb. Oh, hold on, Baines.
Oh.
But that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me how that would play through. If we need 2 winners, how would that work? So I think we have to turn this into like a round robin group, Bobby. If we just have 3 players. Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
I believe I said that yesterday, but
Wow. Oh, dude. Anyway, we got this big attack. A lot of Lings here available. No more Banes left for Scarlett, though. Her queens will go down. A whole lot more Banes coming in here for Losira, putting Scarlett on the back foot. She's trying desperately to get some roaches out. 8 in production, but will they be out in time before she loses the rest of her supporting cast? As the natural base is now under siege. The last queen will fall. Yeah, some roaches are. We have 4 here. Where are the rest? There are 8 though.
Here.
Oh, there they
They're all here.
There they are. Well, they're a little late to the party element, but
yeah. So
she didn't
she's down
defend.
to workers. No.
She didn't die.
Yeah.
Didn't die.
I'll give you that. There you go. Yeah.
She is down on workers though, 6. But I mean, she was already behind in workers because she's trying to beeline those roaches out already, and she had a lot of defensive Lings herself, so she was trying to, get those roaches out with sacrificing Banes. So she ended up losing and being forced to build a lot more Lings than she would have normally liked to, having sacrificed making a Baneling nest.
So she's walking these roaches across, but I think she'll have to pull them back. Maybe try and snipe the queen and right away turn around, because, there you go. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Not like this.
Yeah, there's already roaches here for Losira.
Yeah,
this is a good start for the Korean Zerg.
Get the worker count back up. It's neck and neck now. Armor supply very close as well.
It's almost like she
has her lair on the way. Wow, what happened here? What is this?
It's almost as if she only needed to hit the drone button, just odd drone pump, and then she's back in business.
Well, I mean, it was 26 versus 40. Oh, come on.
Man, what do you mean, Helmet? What are you saying? She built the drones, did she not?
Okay. Well, Losira is also pumping the drones, so it's just the nature of things, Bobby. Just what it is. Goes back and forth. He's well ahead now. What she got though with this layer though? Hopefully not a spire. We've not seen many successful spires. I would like to see a Hydra Den raid into the lurkers very quickly. In fact,
Well,
the
yeah,
lurker
case
den
in
has to
point
be
was
down
that
before
last
the hydro
game,
den.
which is something I, you know.
Oh god, let's see. There's only one gas
point
though,
that out
so
again.
roach speed, interesting. That is interesting. So, like fewer roaches against more roaches, but with quickness.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Who wins?
Eh,
Well, speed's on the way for Losira now too. It's not that
well,
far
there's
off.
a good 14-second window there. Never underestimate 14 good seconds in that window.
That's
So,
true.
Should be fine. Yeah, I believe. Rabbit just coming out here to pick off some overlords. Oh lord, run! Oh,
Oh no!
that overlord.
Oh, curl
did
some
not-
balls to the face.
Yeah, and this overlord's trying to get to the high ground, but there's an overlord looking at it, so it goes down as well. 2 overlords lost there. There's a third one. Oh no, that's an overseer. That should live. Oh no, it's on.
No, nothing else will be lost this day. Or at least not right now. As this overseer has a full view of Losira's army here. As it starts to move across the map, Losira trying to be the aggressor. 4th base being attempted to go up here for
Hydra Den.
Scarlett. Now she has a
God.
good army. It's in fact largely the same size as her opponents. So I mean, an attack here for Losira may be ill-advised, at least for the time being.
Yeah. Well,
I
she's
mean-
got the Hydra Den, and he already has the Lurker Den coming on up. This is what I asked for. Some
You know what we
lurker
haven't
goodness.
seen is
Like, we
late game
saw-
stuff.
No, but we
In
did
ZVZ recently.
one series we did see with Losira. Was it Losira versus Sham? Chammy boy there. I think it might have been where he made the lurkers and then ran up the cliff or the hill there. Remember that?
I don't remember.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, I'm surprised you don't remember because it was a massacre.
Well, we've seen a few of those.
Yeah, we have mostly on my ladder games, but it's happened in the pros too.
Yeah, those are good.
Now this is not his ling, I don't think. Wait, maybe it is. Actually, maybe it is. Yeah, it is. I don't know why I was pink. Wait, confused. Doesn't really matter. There's no overseer above, anyways. Are these both? his?
Scarlett's. Oh, sorry. Lucira's really annoyed
yeah.
by Scarlett's overseer here. Really trying to juke it, but it's on
Nice.
being very attentive here, and those gross balls just aren't landing. Don't have enough, man.
Try.
Get a Hydra or something if you want to get rid of it. There we are.
Right?
Speak of the devils.
Okay. Oh. Oh! So painful. Gets away. And she's making her own lurker den too as well here, so a couple hides gonna pop out, a couple lurkers gonna be made, spines even, which is I guess, you know, staying safe. A couple spines here and there.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough spot. We have lurkers versus lurkers. Lurkers already on the way for both players. I think they're actually on the field for Losira. That's not going to play too much into this, though, as he's well on his side of the map currently. So who has the better lurker positioning? This is something we've seen from Scarlett, but it's just not that often. You know, at least not in this matchup. We're going to see some lurker versus lurker with Roach Ravager composition. I mean, the amount of we see Ling Bane Hydra in like every single matchup element. To see this is a bit of a treat, you know? Although we do often see Ling Bane Hydra into Lurker against Protoss more often than anything else, but beyond that, this is going to be interesting, especially from Losira, who we see a lot less of compared to Scarlett, who casts seemingly
Oh god, these
all the
roaches,
time.
they're just passing.
Great.
Okay.
What was that?
I don't know, but they eventually stopped just passing. And
Oh no, I was
Yeah.
I was just looking at Losira's army. He almost crossbowed his own spine, but then he had his spine uprooted, and then he dodged this. He moved the spine away from the crossbow.
well, we had roaches both
Little
walking
micro.
past each other. It was wait, so he had to micro his own spine
Yeah.
against
Yeah, that's like how attentive he is, right? With that APM,
Yeah.
that's sick.
I guess.
I would just let it happen.
Whoopsies, I better stop myself. Wow. Better stop myself. That's fantastic. Oh wow. Yeah, there's so much APM, he's got to start using it against himself.
Yeah.
Playing 3 games, 1 against her and two against himself.
He's like has a micro battle happening in the corner of the map somewhere
Yeah.
against himself.
Micro challenge. Okay, so these roaches are trying to get in. They're actually just throwing out roach supply here to get some more hydras, more lurkers into their army. Then get a queen. Nice. Oh. Whoa. Roach burrow.
Well, you want to utilize these roaches if you're going to throw the supply away. It means to be efficiently. Get some burrow movement, move them across the map, eliminate some of the economy. Speaking of economy, it's even on 60 workers for both players. They don't want to get too much more because army supply is going to come into a huge effect here soon too. And they're trying to properly calculate which is the proper ratio of their composition, and we'll see. It's to see who does the better job. It's not a lot of lurkers here for Scarlett. She's moving up this ramp, which may be suicide. Oh, there's the rest of the lurkers coming in.
We just saw a lot of Ravagers get killed, Bobby. The more lurkers could join up. In fact, they weren't even. They were just executed too, which is the worst part.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, poor guys.
I mean, why not just put them to work?
Well, they needed to die now. Work would have taken some time.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so they both have the hey look, I'm actually underground lurker ability. And they're in hive tech. Is there no armor? Yeah, oh, there it is. +2 armor's on the way as well here for Scarlett, so she's actually taking a little bit of lead in that regard. These roaches gonna get in here and even kill a couple queens. Yeah, maybe get some workers. That's the way you want to kill them off if you're gonna do that. That's the route you're going down.
Quite a bit ahead though for Losira, so it's a little bit gonna even out. But yeah, attacking up this small ramp with lurkers. I mean, what's the intention here? I mean, is she trying to break this line? She might get a lurker. Oh, she does. Just manages to get a couple.
Yeah, there's a huge roof run by too. On their side going down. Should be cleaned up though.
Yeah, gonna quickly burrow here, right in front of Scarlett's army. Oh, it's getting obliterated by the lurkers. He will be forced to pull back. Losing quite a bit of his own here too is Losira.
Losira's so good if that unburrow micro against Biles. You know, that was just a practice earlier, Bobby. That's what it was.
He was warming up.
Ready for this. Yeah, I'll see if I'm ready for this. Oh, I still got it. Still got it. That's what it was.
Using a spine for it can't be more difficult than this.
Yeah. There is nothing harder than this one. Could burrow this roach and keep it alive. Please. No. And these roaches just walk right by. Yeah, I didn't see anything happen here.
Oh.
Should be okay. Alright.
Oh, we have another base going down.
Up into lurkers though. Oh my god! No! No!
Well, I think he has enough, and pretty good spread, in fact, too. We'll clear up that line. A lot of morphing in lurkers, too, and they're vulnerable, as they will get taken out by the oncoming force here from Losira.
If they burrow, if they hatch fast. Wait, is there no detection here?
There is another blinding cloud.
But it doesn't matter, blinding clouded. So, and another! He doubled down on the blinding cloud. So even though there's no detection, yeah, it doesn't really matter.
No,
like, oh, I guess I'll just keep going.
There's a run by happening for Scarlett, though. She's killing some workers, it looks like, at the 4th base of Losira. But Losira's right on top of her bases, although might get surrounded here, too. Blinding clouds of Scarlett's own going down on the roaches, forcing him to disengage.
In the end,
and he runs towards the 3rd.
In the end, they actually are kind of back in his own position, although that base is up for Losira and still coming up.
I think Scarlett's in a better position, actually, here.
Well, Losira has more bases, Bobby. That's a good thing to have.
Well, he has 2 coming up. Yeah, that's right, but they're not being used yet, so they're a liability right now, Element.
Yeah, sometimes.
And because there could be a big counter coming, for all we know.
Yeah.
It's likely.
Well, it's close enough.
A lot of lurkers in production.
Take that.
Take that to the face.
Yeah. Oh god. I think one thing is probably the Viper count here. Yeah, 6 versus 2.
Yeah.
And how many lurkers are left actually for Losira? Well, there's some in the main, but they're trapped. They can't get by.
He has a bunch. He just morphed in, so he's probably on the way.
Oh, blinding cloud? No, she doesn't. That's against it. In fact, does she have any hydras here? She can start yoinking Vipers. Oh, it's yoinking lurkers.
Lurkers.
Oh god.
That's a good call. May as well.
Forget blinding cloud in them. I'll just yoink them right out. And they die pretty much instantly to her lurkers. Poor guys.
Yeah, slowly pushing up this ramp here is Scarlett.
This might be over, actually.
Yeah, what an expert engagement from Scarlett. It looked really bad for her for a second, I think.
Probably, so.
That's true. True words never spoken. I think Losira overextended, though. That's one way to put it.
Oh god, they die instantly in this lurker line of lurker.
It's a kill box, Element. It's a kill box.
Oh, there you go. The kill box. Well, those bases you talked about earlier, Bobby, are pretty much gone. Although a little bit of counterattack here from Losira going to take out the base of Scarlett as well. The middle one, though, still alive. Oh! There you go. That's what I talked about earlier. Once you get the Hydras, I bet you can start picking off Vipers. So the base does go down on the far left side there. There's some drones in the bottom. They're all red. Oh god. All 4 of them are going to die here. That's kind of sad. So 2 bases each go down. That middle base alive. Top right base alive here. It's going to come down to these. Oh, she's moving though. Oh god.
Yeah. Well, she's not sitting back. She's going to go for the kill here, knowing that she took really good engagement, has Losira's back up against the wall, heading towards one of the valuable mining bases of Losira here, getting the lurkers in position.
No, that's a pretty good one.
It doesn't cover all of them, though.
Where's the right? Use a second. Use a second blinding cloud.
You've got more.
No. Yeah, there was one more available. Oh.
GG. Scarlett. 3 O's. Losira in this series. So, all right.
Well, I gotta figure this out now.
That was a longer one, at least. That was longer than the previous 2 games combined. Pretty much. All right, Element's gonna figure something out here. Of course, Impact is our other player, but we don't have the 4th, as we had a player drop out, so we're changing up the format a little bit to accommodate appropriately, so we can still get our 2 players to the round of 8 as Element tinkers with that. Let's take a quick look at chat now. As slowest ZVZ I've seen in ages. See, that last match, I like that. That's a positional play. That reminds me of the Wings of Liberty style TVT. Very positional. I mean, TVT still is that in many regards, but I think more so in the Wings of Liberty days, back when you had MMA and MVP battling it out all the time too, and those are some pretty epic matchups. Now, it's not often, though, we get to see that sort of composition versus each other, at least here on the channel. I mean, we cast a lot of ZVZ, because a lot of the top players in North American scene and in Europe, which we cast most of, are Zergs. And they just end up near the top of the events that we end up casting. But this was a nice treat, I think. As a fan of the matchup, I like playing it personally. It's my favorite. Well, yeah. It's my favorite because it's my best, still is my best win rate is ZVZ. But not because of that. It's because I always just ling all in. So I guess it makes me appreciate that sort of longer game more, because I never see it. Because I never get there. Because the game's done way before that, one way or another, when I play. Oh boy. It's a story of my life. Let's see what else is happening. Lurkers and Hiders are the next most common units after Mutalisks. Yeah, definitely overall. Well, I don't know about the Lurkers, though. I mean, in ZVP, yes. And against Terran, though? You don't see that. Not nearly. Very rare. You're not going to see Lurkers. And even in ZVZ, you don't see them that much either. It's just mostly just ends at the Roach Ravager point. Or just Ling Bane Hydra, too. We saw for a long time with no Lurker transitions, because it never made it that far. I mean, Oh, then again, I also looked at a lot of... You look at Laser's games, too. Laser never... He's probably the bad example, because he's one of those Zergs that never lets it get the Lurkers, either. So he just uses the Roach Ravager or Ling Bane Hydra, and then wins the game in the mid-game before the next level tech, so... in Hive, so... so there's no Ultras, not as often either, which I kind of miss, and Brood Lords, for that matter. Lurkers, obviously, are so versatile that why not get them? That's when I was struggling against Protoss, for example. Element actually taught me how to, use Lurkers. Well, in a way, not use Lurkers, but to actually use them. He taught me a build against Protoss, and then I actually started implementing that in my other builds, particularly against Terran, actually. I mean, you could get away with that in Diamond League, of course. Maybe it's not a Grandmaster / pro level tactic, but it worked for me to crack some mech Terran play, and well, even bio, because they'll often, in those leagues, they're not splitting up, they're not scanning ahead, they don't have proper detection or scouting to know that you're going Lurkers or where your Lurkers are, and then they end up with their bio running into your Lurkers more often than anything else, and but against a good Terran, though, it could be pretty difficult to use Lurkers with. But Protoss, that's the best. I love using Lurkers against Protoss, and a Laser, I think, emulates my style. Somehow resonates with a Laser style most. That's why I really like his play. He's not my favorite player, but I think his playstyle reflects my own personally the most. So I appreciate his playstyle more than most other pros, which is odd since he's still not my favorite. But he's me in another universe in a way, playstyle wise. Pretty cool. Anyway, Element's busy figuring out what the next matchup is here, guys, as he does his mad scientist things. What else is chat talking about? Yeah, Vipers, though. Really well done. I like that they both introduced the Vipers quite nicely, and Scarlett got them just in time. It was when that attack was happening that the overextension from Losira was occurring. Like, Losira should have just took the victory that he had. He won the battle. Go home. Replenish your Viper supply. Get your army back up. You took good engagements. You had more bases coming up. Defend. And don't lose. He just lost too much army. Then he's kind of running around. He got the blinding clouds at the natural base. Then he ran through spine crawlers and other units that were getting pot shots off while he's making his retreat. And it ended up kind of turning into a bit of a kerfuffle, as it were. I don't even know if that's a real word. Come on, just blame Bob. Everybody blames Bob. Perfectly fine, I guess. Story of my life. And you know what? It's a story I'm a part of, and I can't change that, so I accept it. It's the blame Bob life, guys. The blame Bob life. Okay, what else is? Actually, I missed a bunch of chat here before. 2. Protoss OP root fly. You know it. No way, man. Protoss has their own struggles right now. I mean, also too, keep in mind, I mean, they just got nerfed too. I mean, it's not an insignificant nerf because it's to core units and to core aspects of Protoss builds. I mean, you could say Zerg got nerfed with that upgrade being split up and stuff, but Are they? Are they really? I don't know. I'd like to see Mutalisks play become... Some people are saying Mutalisks are useless, and I disagreed with them for a while, but as time has gone on, as the meta has shifted, you're seeing Mutas less and less now. I almost think, are they useless? I must ask the question now. I don't know. I haven't seen enough data to support either way, but I just see them used less and less, so maybe just the consensus is they are. But that doesn't necessarily mean they are. I mean, the Disruptor was good for a long time and nobody built them because they're just hard to use, you know? But then there's some good players that started using them and using them regularly. Then they got proficient at them and then they won events with them and took down Korea with them, Neeb. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's the development of the meta. That's literally what the meta is. You know, the development of builds and counter builds and how the current styles conflict with each other and how they force each other to evolve. And I think the Disruptor back in 2017 and 2016 definitely had its moments. Well, I should say 2016 into 2017. And now they're back. It's back. It's still a little bit different, but if M. Canning approves the Disruptor, I approve of the Disruptor. And when he didn't approve of the Disruptor, you guys watched M. Canning's stream. You guys have to. He's one of the most entertaining streams on the whole internet. And it was months ago when the Disruptor change, the initial Disruptor change happened. It was a big nerf. I think they had that delay on the shot and stuff too, and it made it unusable. And he had his little ceremony where he unhotkeyed his Disruptor, so he couldn't build them with a hotkey anymore. So he just didn't build Disruptors for months until they changed. They reverted some changes and made some modifications recently. I guess they took down the delay is no longer there, and now he had his reintegration of his hotkey ceremony, which is a month back. I think it is now, a month or two. And that was a beautiful video because you just see him grinning. He has it on his YouTube page. Just check it out. Him just his big huge grin as he makes his speech. It's like 7 minutes long, and talks about how special the Disruptor is and how he's back and he's gonna do his thing. And he's doing well, man. I watch his videos. He's performing consistently better and better on the Korean ladder, going up there with his troll name too. I don't know what his clan name is exactly, but I know his name is like North America or something. And the guy is hilarious. Probably my favorite streamer. Him and Neuro. are my favorite streamers, I think, right now. Cannot get enough of those guys. A lot of good streamers out there too, and there are times when, you know, I'll just peruse Twitch and I'll just look at the, you know, the bottom of the stream where there's less viewers, and you know, because you know, when there's like not hundreds and hundreds of viewers or even just the regulars that are listed on Team Liquid, you go to Twitch and you just see who's streaming Starcraft, and you know, sometimes you find some gems, and I just, you know, hit up that follow button to see what these people you know, are about, and I watch them, see what they're about, and you know, I'm like, give them a little bit of support in some way. Because think of it this way: a person who's willing to stream Starcraft means they're somewhat passionate for this game, and anybody who's somewhat passionate for this game has a special place in my heart for them. Now, does that mean passion runs in different threads? Right? There could be passion of rage. You know, the people who are just play the game and they're just passionate about trolling in the game. Yeah, there's those people, and who will always hate on it too. They're those as well. We all know about them. But you know, that's where you watch the stream a bit, see what their mentality is as they're playing. And you know, a lot of them are like platinum or diamond or something like that, and they're just, or lower even. They're just trying to improve and have fun while showing the world what they're doing, just because they can. And that shows another, because it's one thing to play StarCraft, it's another to then stream it to the world and have interaction with people too. And I appreciate those smaller streams, and I really, really like them. I know we talked about it a while back. I want to do something with smaller streams once too. I'll have to make that a goal for this summer, because I have a whole bunch of content stuff planned for the summer. But and I think I want to integrate that into that plan, and because I want to showcase the small streamers. I mean, it's not, you know, the small individual streamers who play StarCraft, because in a way I want to help provide not just incentive but encouragement, I guess, to these people who are willing to take time out of their day, play some StarCraft, the game that I think is the best in all of planet Earth's history, and then they showing the world, because that takes another level of nerve and effort too. And I want to show them some love in a way too. And then make a list of some of the best of the small streamers, and maybe they'll get some more followers and some subscribers and some support, and maybe they'll flourish and improve in the game. And even if they don't improve greatly, maybe their stream will grow, and their community will grow, and then they become, you know, a more prominent community member in the community, perhaps. It's all part of. I mean, that's how communities grow. It's literally grassroots, the definition of. So, yeah, if you guys ever have time, peruse at any time of the day, just look at the Twitch stream list for StarCraft and find some lesser known stream that you don't know about, and check them out. Give them, you know, a few minutes of your time at least. Spread the love. All right, Element is still doing his thing, guys. Finding what's happening.
So here's what we're doing.
Okay.
Impact versus Losira now. But if Impact wins, that's the day, actually.
Oh.
Because
really?
There'd be no reason to play the next match. They both go for 25 after that anyways. That's why I didn't do the round robin at first. But also, a winner's match doesn't make sense when it's the same prize. So,
yeah.
Basically, it's the same thing as what we were doing no matter what, but at least now we have an opponent for Impact. Essentially what just happened here, which is Losira again. But yeah, if he loses, he'd be 0-2 in the group, and so, you know, and we don't have any for who finishes first, who finishes second. There's not going to be any difference in the end anyways, for the seeding of the next part, because it's House versus Korea, and I have to make sure I split them up, well, basically unfairly, to get the matchups like it's supposed to be. But okay, so we'll just wait for this, and then wait for this video to happen, and then it's time to go.
So what you're saying is Scarlett's out. It's through the group.
No. If Impact loses,
essentially,
then Scarlett versus Impact.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If
Impact loses, that's right.
And if Impact loses twice, then Scarlett and Losira go through. If Impact beats Scarlett, then it becomes confusing. And I have to look at
so if
Scarlett
Impact
3-0'd.
loses, yeah.
So Losira has to win at least Impact has to win at least one map against Losira in this one if Losira is to win. But I think any other case would, yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I think I know what I'm talking about.
So first things first is if Impact wins, the day's done, and if Losira loses, the day's the day still goes on then after if Losira wins. You're saying. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, I see. The mini round robin sort of deal. All right. As that is the position we are in, we'll get it done. What else can I talk about? The nerf really screwed Zerg for that 55 Hydra timing. I lived off that timing. Those digitals. All right, well, you know, dims the brakes, I guess. I mean, as long as Lings don't get nerfed, I'm okay. I don't know about you guys. And as far as I could see, the Lings have no nerf incoming, so doing okay, guys. In my matchups. Now, on Roaches and Ravagers, as long as they don't get touched, because I build Roach Ravager. That's my go-to build for... I mean, as much as I talk about Lurkers and I love them, I have the bad habit of just reverting to what I know and what I'm good at. Because I could think it's a problem, and I'm trying to... That's what keeps my win ratio when I'm playing games. I'm trying to learn other builds, right? I'm trying to improve. I want to transition to late game stuff. I want to improve my own game. But I know for a fact, if all I did was Roach Ravager, I would get the Masters in no time, in a week. I'd be in Masters in a week. Because I win so many of my games with Roach Ravager. I'm like, if I'm feeling it in a dicey situation, I feel that nervousness. You guys all feel that things. Like you have a plan and you throw that plan out the window. Just like stick with what you know. That's how I am with Roach Ravagers. Like, yeah, screw it. I'm gonna win this game. Like, oh, he attacked me with an adept. Emergency mode! Just Roaches and Ravagers. And that's it. You know, had a late game plan, take 4 bases fast and lock it down, play it safe. Yeah, right. That's not how it happens, man. When it all comes down to it, you just want to win that game. You just want to win that game. And that's a bad mentality because you don't improve as much as you would like when you do that. And that's my problem. There you go. That's my biggest flaw in Starcraft is my my competitive spirit when I'm in a game. I lose track of what my goal was to begin with. And I think you guys saw that. I was streaming a while back, like months ago, and I had a goal to do, I think it was, I don't remember what my build was. Bane Hydra. That's what I wanted to do because I never do it. And then 3 games in, I think it was, I like lost. And I'm like, yeah, screw it. I'm just going to do normal stuff. That was my Roach Ravager, and I started winning games. Yeah. That's how it is, man. Biogenesis is the map.
Wow.
We have Impact. What?
I was just looking at, there's that Team Lookup map one as well happening right now. The special got 3-0 by a laser and 3-0 by parting.
What?
Crazy. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't seem right.
No, not at all. Parting stepped it up in the last 3 days, I guess.
Yeah.
Pulled back some, you know, he realized the soul was missing is what it was, I guess, and put the soul back into it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
That's crazy.
This doesn't seem right. I mean, special's so good. Like, I don't know. Something must have been off. I don't like making excuses like that, but something doesn't seem right with that. I mean, a laser, sure, that could happen, maybe, but not likely. Not even a laser gets special. I mean,
well, 3-0 is the fact that is where it really gets weird.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, we just casted Parting the other day, and we love him so much, and he is good. But I don't think he was at form to take down special that easily. I mean, that was just a couple days ago, so I think, right, or a week ago. I don't remember. A week ago. And we're starting the game, guys. Losira versus Impact. Biogenesis is the map for game number 1 of this best of 5. Could be the last series of the day in an interestingly, possibly short day, or not. Could just be the beginning, as it all depends on the result and who wins here. All right. What happened with Scarlett? Scarlett won 3-0 versus Losira.
This is true.
Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Especially that last game was really good with the lurker play between both players, blinding clouds, the whole shebang. It was not bad at all.
All right, Bobby, take it away.
All right, then, Element. To the north, west side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Impact. And to the southeast side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Losira.
What server are we on? Ooh, that's not the right one. That is also not the right one.
Oh no.
We were on Taiwanese server. This is the wrong server.
This would not be the right server. Alright. Might have to restart this game. Looks to be the case. Alright. No problem. Oh. I'll leave the game too. Alright. Well, I guess we'll just restart that game on the proper server for these players, of course. Just want to make it as best conditions possible for the players so they have zero lag, especially in Z versus Z, where it can come down to the little microseconds of micro to change the complexion of a game. Alright. Oh, Olympics happening. Canada didn't win any medals today, though. At least, I think there's a couple more things concluding yet, but for today. But no, we didn't. We had a good day the other day, but we're stuck at 10 medals, which makes us 4th place. Germany somehow won all the medals today. So they went from, I think they were 4th or 5th yesterday, and now they're 1st. So crazy. They just jumped right up to 13 medals or something. Won a bunch of gold. They have 7 gold medals. It's ridiculous. Germany owning it up in the Winter Olympics. But in Winter Olympics, still a lot more coming. I don't know if you guys follow it or not. I'm trying to follow some of the things. I know Shaun White won his 3rd gold medal. Everybody's all hyped about that for America. Good for him. He's a legend. I think he is a well-deserved run. Perfect run, in fact, what he did. I watched the video of his gold medal thing. I guess it's what half-pipe snowboarding thing. I don't even know what the official name for it is called, but it looked cool, and good for him. Getting 3 gold medals is definitely a huge feat, and solidifies his legendary status, which is well-deserved. Remember that Shaun White skateboarding game, right? Was it skateboarding? That was a Tony Hawk. No, that's a Shaun White one. Didn't he have a skateboarding game too? When he's a snowboarder? Or did he also skateboard? I always get that confused. Because I know there's a video game that had that board, and then you'd stand on it. Tony Hawk didn't have one like that, did he? Or did they both have one?
Yeah, I think they actually made a Tony Hawk one, and it tanked. And so... Or no, wait, hold on. There was a different game, though. It was called Skate 3 or something, or Skate 4 or something. I don't think it was a Tony Hawk one.
I thought Shaun White had one too, but I always get him confused. Back in the day,
probably had enough boards left over, and we're just well, elongate it a bit and sell it again.
Yeah. And then you'd stand on them and you'd play on the, what was it, for the Wii, I guess? Nintendo Wii, and, well, it was for everything, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 and stuff like that. This board you'd stand on, nobody bought that thing. nobody wanted that. I do remember back in the day when, Guitar Hero and Rock Band, or Rock Band especially, was this big box of stuff, and they used to sell like hotcakes, and all of a sudden people just stopped caring about them. It was an odd switch. Because I worked in retail at the time, and I noticed it was just 1 year, people just immediately stopped caring. They were the highest selling item years previous, and then all of a sudden nobody bought them the next year. What happened? I don't know. I wasn't following the inner workings of the scene like that. I mean, I follow video games, but not that kind of video game. I didn't care about that sort of game, but everybody moved on somehow. All right, we're restarting the game now, guys. Losira versus Impact, a Biogenesis. I'm BobbyAwesome with me, Zelman. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, for this event to determine who will be the 2 players to make it to the round of 8 for the House versus Korea. This is, of course, Group D of this event series, which is, of course, sponsored by Ctone and Lib75 to make this whole event series possible. Big shout out to them, of course, Lib75, big boss, our boss, moderator in chat. He's always around in one form or another. And also sponsoring this event with Ctone. Big, huge deal. Helps support these players and gives us great events, too. All right, let's do this. Yeah, Scarlett plays again if Impact loses. That is exactly right. All right. I guess we're in game now. Wait for it.
Take it away, Bobby.
All right, sweet then. To the northwest side of the map, we have, for real this time, the blue Zerg player. It is Impact. And to the southeast side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Losira.
You should know that your intros are probably about 2.5, 3 seconds long. So you got to stay there for the duration.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can go way too fast with these things.
It's funny because when I'm the one controlling the camera for the intros, you give like a 5-second good pause, or you'll start it and you'll be like, "Oh, you know what? I actually like tacos."
Yeah. Well, because I don't know when you're hitting the play button on it, so I extend them long. But then when I'm doing it myself, like I don't care about it. I just
I have nothing to do right now. By the way, the ability for you to throw things in whenever is, it's whenever we want to put that in to play. It does work. So.
Yeah, it's weird why I'm not doing it. Wait, what? What are you saying?
The ability for you to throw the things in. You know the things?
See, we never tested that thing. We didn't.
We did though.
We're gonna. We did. No.
Whatever you place in here will come up.
Remember, I said, but we needed to test to make sure what I made looked right, looked good, because it's different than we worked and made it work. But then I made things to see if they actually looked right. Because remember, I had things I had to put in, and they may not look good. Because remember, certain things look bad. Anyway, we were gonna test that on Monday, and then we didn't. But you know.
Well, I gave you a little square, Bob. Here's where the square is. Anyways, take it away.
Take it away. All right. Well, we have a ZVZ on our hands. Ro16 already on the way here for Impact, as now Impact versus Losira. I don't think we've ever seen these guys face each other before, at least not on our event series. And since we don't cast either of these players very often, Impact I think we've cast just a handful of times. Losira maybe a bit more than him. Taking the forward expansions here are both players too, as of course it just makes sense. It's just right by your base at the foot of your main. But it's wide, pretty wide open entrance here too. I mean, look at this. The Ling's just gonna stream in here for Impact. There are some defensive Banes available here for Losira, so he's gonna ward him off. No imminent threat here on towards his side. But Roach is already on the way for Impact though.
The threat is imminent. They're gonna come across. Now this one Ling does cut out everything, so sees that the Roaches are on the way, and our own Roach Warren of Losira is still coming up here. So gonna do this with Lings, Queens, and whatever else and get ready. As long as you hug a corner though, should be pretty cost effective, at least for Impact here.
Oh man, a lot of Roaches though. Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Now get across the corner, bundle up your units. Yeah, I mean all these Lings are gonna go down for Losira, and he's just streaming them into their doom. These Queens are trying to do as much damage as possible onto that Morphing and Ravager, but they do not get it.
Yeah.
This is not looking at all good for Losira. He's backed up against the wall here at his natural base. Okay.
Actually, they take a while.
These Banes are trying to come in, but what can they accomplish against these Roaches? I mean, there's going to be a waste. Just in case there's a Ling flood, and I like this. He's actually keeping that one Bane on the peripheral there, just outside his base, because it's not going to contribute much to this battle here. Now, of course, Losira does have the defender's advantage, and may eventually hold, but here come the Lings. Where's that Bane? Did that Bane go off? Oh, I think it did on that. Yeah. And that's it. GG's called. Impact takes game number 1 versus Losira.
That'll be that.
All right. Oh, that's good stuff. What did I talk about before? I don't even remember anymore. Things just leave my brain in the morning. We were talking about... It was... Oh man, what were we talking about, Element? It was important. I guess maybe it wasn't important, thus I forgot what it was. I guess that doesn't matter. Oh yeah. Okay, that. So, all right. Well, yeah, because I could. Well, I can't now because I didn't.
I thought you would
have my things open, but
like test it over the picture and then you just look.
Well, I know how it looks on my end, but then it has to go through the internet to you, and then that might change it because it did last time. So
I guess so, yeah. No, yeah, it did. Definitely did.
So we'll do it tomorrow or the next day. Because it is pretty cool. Things I have prepared for the graphics. People don't even know. Alright, Catalyst is the map for game number 2, this best of 5. Between Impact and Losira. Impact is, of course, up 1-0. Looking to... I mean, if Impact wins this series, then that's pretty much that. As far as doing the maths are concerned. But it might be a short day. We'll see. Is there a way to see the current players in the house? Oh, we should have that on a command.
We should.
I mean, we do have limited commands, but there is a list. No Regret just posted it this past week. I wonder if I could find the link. There's no regrets. Let's. Yeah, just put it up.
All right, getting us loaded in here. We are loaded in, Bobby. Now you just talking about. You just want to know the players?
Well, I'm just gonna give them the list here. I'm gonna put it in chat.
Yeah, we should actually just have that, you know, because I think he does it every month, right? Just have it on the auto post. Hey, map's loading in here. Should be soon.
Yeah, we're in. Do it.
Should be soon.
Yeah, I set the link up in chat there. Yeah, it's a good list of players too. A lot of top foreigner players in the Project Unity house right now. So that's pretty cool. Scarlett is, of course, among them.
Alright, take it away, Bobby.
Alright, Element. To the southeast side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. Up one game, it is Impact. And to the northwest side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. Can he come back, Element? Can he extend this day? It is Losira.
Did they switch colors or no? Or I just...
Oh, I think they did. I don't know.
These guys.
Who knows?
Who can say?
Yeah.
I even gave the wrong score.
Secret memory.
I'm pretty sure. Anyways, we got
it's not threatening my life.
Decent number too. Yeah, we won't let them ruin our life. Maybe right after the, because we have a short day today. Maybe right after this, we should try out the old thingers with the. You know what I'm talking about.
No. No, I don't.
The stuff we were just talking about. Test
oh.
trip. Okay, so we got a Balin list on the way here as well for Losira and some Blypath Lings coming on out. Of course, still getting gas is Impact, so Balin list coming out from him as well. Wow. Okay, but no Blypath, just going straight for it. Where these Lings from Losira, they're like way away still. They're still getting there. So gonna come up here, getting right on top of 2 Lings. 4 do come out though, so be able to defend that. Yeah, and surprise, Losira's got Lings too. But overall, I mean, they're both kind of in the same position here, even though it was Blypath. Doesn't really matter.
They're both doing the old Blypath build, and they kind of counter each other.
Losira
so weird,
actually. Yeah, so he'll be able to get away. I was thinking maybe Impact can catch up here, since he has Lings on his side of the map.
Stand back. What are you doing? No! Oh! This is those Lings. That was completely unnecessary. Your speed was just about to finish.
Although, back into droning his Impact, but Losira's setting his Lings cross map. Start making Banes any second here, too. 4 actually coming in. So, it's not over. It's only just begun, actually.
Huh.
That's how Bob says it.
That sounds ominous.
Banes coming into play. Yeah. It should be.
Look at this. Banes morphing right in his face, too. Right in the natural base.
Okay.
Or in the main, rather. Oh,
yeah.
dang. But they'll get cleaned up. It's not enough here. I mean, it's a bold move,
Bobby.
but...
4 Banes. Can 2 Banes detonate on 4? I believe no.
No, 2 for 2.
That's the answer to that one.
Oh!
Oh, Quinn's gonna finish off the rest. That's unfortunate. Although, overall, both players... Oh, actually just gonna keep going for it a little, Sarah. Thought they might start putting down their expansions. And Impact looks like he wants to go for it. But, I'm not sure. You know, I have a couple Lings popping out still, so should be alright. These Lings are here right now, though. So maybe they stop that worker at the very least. Yep, gonna get on the worker. Banelings! Oh! Just
Worker
couldn't get her
lives too.
down. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's one more claw from the Lingers and would have taken care of that, but not the Zerg.
Expansion for Losira goes down shortly after, so he's not too far behind there. And so this game looks to even itself out. I mean, still being the aggressor is Losira. I mean, he's gonna gain nothing from this. So what is he hoping for? Maybe force out more units from Impact, but therefore losing his own map presence by losing the rest of his lings and stuff. I mean, I don't know. Oh,
well, if you can pick off a Bane or two, you know it's gas for minerals early on, I guess.
Yeah. He did just take out a Bane. That's.
Oh, can he get a worker as well? No.
Oh no, no. That'd be unconscionable.
No, wouldn't accept it. Okay, so I got the two bases here, both players, and I mean, really, it's kind of even out here though. Impact does take that worker lead, and I'm actually wondering. Oh, because Losira's making more links. he's just going for it again. Actually, so rein up. Get ready for round number 11. 11-2. Let's do it. And actually taking a glide path once more. This time, though, Impact... Oh, he's making his own lings, actually. Prepared. A couple Banes out. A couple lings. A couple queens. Should be alright.
Alright.
That hatch on the low ground is actually probably just going to be used for more and more lings.
Oh, more
But I
Banes,
expect.
yeah.
But, again, these lings on the bottom side here... Not seen at all. And if you can kill this Ling scouting out before the Lings hatch, yeah, should be fine. Man, I think Losira might be able to do this one. This Overlord. He's gonna see it. A bunch of Banes all at once. Ooh.
Well, he's preparing here.
Banes,
Impact,
though, is Impact, yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of Banes already here.
Oh,
can he get a hit? Oh, wow, just right between them. Nice
Fast
split
hands
from Losira.
Yeah.
That was really sick, but more Banes coming. Oh, the workers! No! Oh.
Jeez. There's still more where that came from, Bobby. It's not over yet. One Bane has to stay alive. It doesn't. Oh, no.
Oh, the workers! What's the Banes doing? What is Banes doing?
I don't know. They want to stay alive to kill the Lings, Bobby. But there's still Banes morphing here from Impact. One of them's gonna come up too. Oh my god. Oh, it goes off on nothing.
8 workers just died.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And some of them are bruised up too. They're trying to fight to hold off the rest of these Lings from Losira.
Quite a lot.
He is.
So he's got to kill.
Yeah, Losira needs to win this game right now.
Oh, that Bane goes down.
Oh.
Wow.
How do they do it? So scary.
Yeah. Well, what are these workers doing? You're not soldiers.
You're not Lings.
Yeah. What are you, fools?
Well, speaking of Lings, Impact Lings are already on top of these Banelings. That's a risky play. I mean, there he goes. He pulls back. He doesn't know when these are going to finish.
More Banes morphing in the main. In fact, 2 behind the gas. Maybe he doesn't see those ones. He's actually going to go after with his workers. Oh god, Bane's in the front as well, Bobby.
Can they finish? It's so close. Oh, they finish.
That would have been fantastic if they did. Another Bane did go off in the match roll. Oh my god, 2 Banes, Bobby. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah.
Another one, maybe perhaps. He's on the chase. Can he get hit? Oh, it was okay. Got a few Lings, but...
Yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 5.
But that hit there was sick. Oh, that was a good hit.
Yeah, I mean, that worker count's still ahead for Impact, though. And these Banes, I think one of them or 2 might... Maybe one might complete here. Gonna get a nice, okay shot.
Oh, there he goes.
Get a decent shot.
But the rest have to be cancelled, though. Oh, almost ran in some of his Lings into those Banes.
I mean, Losira
cannot afford to lose any units. He's closing in that worker supply, or I should say, he's forcing Impact to close in on his.
Oh no! Okay, sees it, detonates off on it. Yeah, it's scary, Bobby, but he seems to be able to do it. Still, if the armor supply lead is Losira, a good double the armor supply. Oh, it takes a Bane to the face, but not so bad. He needs to get some of his own Banes up. He's morphing them right here in front every single time, and I don't know if that's the right call. Oh god.
Look at him,
1 Bane for each. He can juke.
He's trying to get that queen. Bane gets a good hit off here for Losira. That gives him a little bit of breathing room with these Lings in the main base. Will lose the rest of his Lings, though, to that Bane, though, too. But this creates an opening for the rest of his Lings to flood into the natural base. Work is forced to be pulled off the line. That queen may go down. Oh, it survives for now.
Hold on, Bobby. 2 Banes in a dream. No.
There it goes.
Where the 1 Bane went up on nothing. Oh.
So did that one in the main, too.
But, still, Bobby. He's still up in armor supply with Losira. Even though these trades sometimes look bad, he's just kind of making it work. It's happening, I believe.
Somehow, some way. Now he has a Bane in the main. Gonna get a hit off. Oh, he does! Bruising up a lot of workers.
He's 2 Lings!
His links clear up a lot of the injured ones.
Go
yeah, that
down.
adds up
Even
so
armor
quick.
or even worker supply now. Armor supply
Finally.
way up for Losira. I don't want to. What? Where did the spire come from? I thought that was a spire. Wow. Surprise, Joe.
I'm not looking at the production tab. I'm just looking at the Banes.
I've been enjoying the Bane fight that we've been having here. Oh no, went off on nothing. Oh god. I mean, it's still
Impact's starting to fall apart,
battle
though.
he has to deal with right here, right now. Making 2 mutas so he can start detonating the Banes with the mutas, but if he doesn't survive here, it's all over anyways.
Oh, the Banes coming in, clear up the rest of these workers, perhaps?
Oh.
There they go. Oh, those are
Yeah.
workers that Impact now can't afford to lose. He's down to 16. But these Mutalisks do put a timer on the rest of this attack.
That one Bane there, if he can detonate, kill that off. Oh!
Ring around
These
the
two
Rosie.
Banes.
Oh, he
The
gets
mutas.
him.
Can they get
Up the
it in
wing.
time? No! No.
No,
Took the larva out.
Actually,
well, 5
5
workers went down. 31
sick.
versus 14. Yeah, I mean, but there's 2 mutas, Bobby. The 2 muta timing. You never want to.
Throw up a spore. He should be okay.
Yeah. Spore.
Oh, I think maybe even
In
his
fact-
queens will be fine.
Yeah. In fact, Impact's even just decided, hey, I'll take what I can and claw my way back. Losira's supply blocked here. And it's starting to drone. I think even Losira should start doing the glide path once more and just never let these mutas come to his side. We're
That's
at
right. Keep
4
the
mutas
pressure.
now. Scary. That's
Starting
a
to become
spore at the front, eh? That's
Scary
my
block.
style. Yeah. And then a spore back in the main too. And what's that? Roach horn in the back? I guess he could just do Bob. Nidus conditions. What do you think?
Oh, Nidus conditions. Oh, why not? What's going to DPS it down in time, even if he sees it?
Like nothing.
Nothing.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, he gets that Overlord just. Nice kill there from Losira.
More Overlords dying in the main here. The Spore takes a shot. Queen's gonna actually also poke at these mutas. Can he get one?
Oh,
yes!
they get one!
Wow.
That's big. That's huge.
12 range.
That's
Queen's
a quarter of his
coming in.
mutas element.
Yeah, exactly. There, Nidus! You called it, Bobby! Oh, wow, the conditions were set up and now
We
it's
need an
going
alarm.
down.
We needed that to be a thing.
We do.
Like, well, Nidus
We do.
conditions. Nidus condition.
Yeah, countdown.
Gonna make that.
Oh, wow. That, like, you know what we should do is take the Command and Conquer one, like, whatever the Command and Conquer one was for that one thing.
What
when it
was
blows
theirs?
up.
I could look it up. What is it?
I can't remember the exact sound. I'm gonna find it, and then it would tell you when it's coming in too. I think it was like, oh, I can't remember exactly what it's for. I'm gonna find it though. It would be perfect for this. I know it would.
What did it warn of?
That's what I can't remember. I just remember I remember the tone of the voice. It was like that's the tone we need for this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I could try to recreate it. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, so Nidus is now up, but where is it gonna go down?
Well, just a Linger needs to make the run. One Linger needs to get in here. Where are you, Ling?
One Linger.
Where are you? Is there even one on the? Let's just check the vision here. There's no vision on this of the map. Make a Ling.
But look
Make
at
a
the
Ling.
minimap element. Impact is scouting everywhere. His overlords
know.
everywhere. Well, he has
But-
map control with the Mutalisks, right? So
Well, I don't think it matters,
He's making
though.
sure there's
Actually-
no unit here.
Does he have Banes? You need
does.
Banes, and you can actually kill it as soon as it comes up.
He has 3
But they gotta get to it. Is the thing. So if we can get the Nidus down, like even the 4th, the gold, the low ground expansion here, or right by the Gauntlet logo might work too, actually. In the middle of the map there. I mean, again, Losira had the drone count lead for such a long time. There it is. It's going down. Roach is covering it. Where are the Banes? The Banes need to get there. What did the Banes do? They went north for half a second. You fools! You had one job. Oh god, he's got to pick off these Banes. If he can do that, it's fine. All right,
Okay, he got them.
Queen's popping.
Oh, these
no!
Lings- Oh!
The transmutals were missed. Does it matter though? Yeah, it does matter. I thought the
does.
Queens were gonna be able to keep themselves alive.
Well, another
okay,
one
so
will come
Roach
up,
is
though.
just gonna go and try and do it. Yeah. Wait, is
old-fashioned
there another
way.
Nidus coming up?
Yeah, there's first at the potential 3rd base of Impact. It's gonna get taken down immediately though. There's enough mutas here that with the Ling support, I think they can burst it down.
Yeah, but the Roaches are just kind of in the main and natural, killing workers themselves. Surprisingly, not so many. What are they? Yeah, I think the focus could have been better with these guys. But still, up again in workers. Where is this Nidus? Where is it happening? It popped. Did it not?
What are you
Did I
talking
hear
about?
Nidus?
What?
Yeah,
happened?
no, it's creep. Yeah, that I'm going crazy. I've lost my butt. Okay. So there's more queens. Like, there's enough queens that he probably could have just walked across the map with the queens and the roaches.
By now.
And just not done the Nidus yet. Or like Nidus halfway through the map and not gotten so, carried away. Although, 3... Okay, this is Losira. He just keeps on finding another plan in the back pocket. Now it's 3-4 infestors, the queens, and the roaches. And really, I mean, you got the lings, you got the mutas. It's not as good as it used to be when you had the complete route. Now it's just like a slow, but it's still a pretty good play, I gotta say.
He's taking a third. It's Losira. And also, too, I'd like to point out how effective Impact has been in trying to catch back up after a significant deficit. He still has a deficit, but we'll see. He looks to kind of dive in. The transfuses are pretty good. And Infested Terran going down for
they're good now, Bobby.
Yeah, they are actually. Quite a bit better.
A single.
Trying to pick off a couple queens. They get one, almost got another.
Yeah.
No more energy, I don't think, on this queen.
So, like, Losira's way up. Oh, God. In workers. But his army just isn't very. Roaches they don't shoot up. There's something in this Nidus. Wait, one roach better get out. Oh, where are these going? Is there +2 on the mutas? +1 on the mutas. They look a lot stronger than they usually do.
Oh, how many mutas they are. There's a lot of mutas lists here. That's all Impact there really has with a handful of lings below. He's actually gonna might try to end this game right here and now. There's not enough energy on these infestors. The transition here for Losira was unfortunately timed.
Well, big Bane wave, Bobby, with this. What do you do now?
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
Well, the Infested Terrans are dead. That's for sure. Yeah, this...
as good as they are, not good enough in low numbers. And now they're just sitting ducks. The Spore Crawler, I don't think, is enough of a threat.
No.
You can focus on all the rest of these infestors. Take this game. That's it. GG's called. Impact takes game number 2. Somehow came back, Element. Oh, it came down to the lack of anti-air, but reliable anti-air and the failed Nidus conditions.
Well, Bobby, it's that 2 minute timing. I told you. You don't want to mess with that. You just don't want to.
No.
This guy...
That's,
this 2 minute timing, it will destroy you in the face.
Championship build.
Okay, so just don't do it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so game 3 here. It's looking like this. It's looking bad for Losira.
It is.
He needs to come back. He needs to find a way. I believe. That looked like it was good for him. And then it just wasn't. And then it wasn't. It was a great game.
It was like,
I mean, he probably could have won
top to bottom.
Just walking across the map at some points. But Nidus conditions came into play. He couldn't deny it himself. Like, I gotta do it. The conditions are right. Like, puts his hand into the wind, feels a little breeze by it. He's like, okay.
I believe
now it's time.
It's Nidus conditions.
Yeah, I believe the Nidus conditions are on here. Okay, I'm gonna make you a spectator. Man. I'm gonna make me a spectator. I'm gonna make Phoenix a spectator. I'm gonna invite these players. Okay. There's Impact.
Even chat saying the 2 minute timing.
Yeah. Remember that guy we used to play with 6 minutes mutas? Didn't even say minute. Oh god. There's a 1 base mutas. You get him. That was Wings of Liberty though. 6 minutes for 1 base mutas. Those were the days. Oh man. When you would float your command center to the gold every single time. Oh, Bobby. You're muted, so don't try and deny it. It won't work. Oh,
hey, Terran. Then.
Okay, are they ready?
That was you and your mass ravens. I mean, who am I to judge? I just went Zealot and Void Rays with no warp gate. They are ready and the game is starting. Neon Violet squares the map, potentially the last match of the day. As if Impact wins, that's it, I think, according to our maths. Because we're doing a little bit of a sort of a round robin this time because we're down a player. And so we had to make do, but it's pretty good. Scarlett is, of course, beat Losira 3-0 in the first series. Impact is currently up 2-0 versus Losira. If Losira wins this series, then things will continue in some fashion. But if Impact wins, then that's pretty much it for the day, which is pretty cool. Then that means it'll determine who will be the last 2 players to be in the round of 8 for our event. Pretty cool stuff. All right. What is this game? Nabus. Yeah, it was an interesting one. It was very frenetic right from the beginning. And then it turned into something odd there for Losira. I don't know what it was. Like, Nidus is a great idea. But did you see that mini-map, guys? And I cannot stress that enough. Impact knew the only way he's losing is due to a Nidus farm or something unexpected. He had overlords. He had lings everywhere. He was scouting with his mutalisks, too, moving them across his side of the map. There's almost no spot on his half that was unscouted. Nothing. Now, his main had no shadows, mostly, and it was just beautiful stuff. Like, that was really excellent play for Impact that allowed him to come back in that game, too, because consider, he was dead. Impact was done in that game. And as Elman pointed out, Losira probably could have just walked across the map.
No.
No, two for two.
That's the answer to that one. Oh! Did they stop that worker at the very least? Yep, I'm gonna get him. Banelings! Oh! That would have been fantastic if they did. Another Bane did go off in the match roll. Oh my god, 2 Bane! There we go! Oh, yeah!
Another one, maybe. Could he get hit? Oh, it was a hit off here for Losira. That gives him a little bit of breathing room with these lings in the main base. Will lose the rest of his lings, though, to that base. Creates an opening. 4. Okay, the rest of his lings just flood into the natural base. Life. Or I guess it's XXX Life. I'll just call him Life.
Take it away, Bobby.
Alright then, Elma. To the northwest side of the map, we have the red. Zerg player, it is Impact. Who is up 2-0. And to the south. East side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. Can he come back, Element, to have us have more Starcraft? It is Losira.
Losira going with the +1 armor here. Gonna, once again, maybe make a bunch of lingers, run him across the map, do his thing. You know what? I have to say,
third baseman.
The greatest comeback of all time might be being set up as we speak. Down 0-5 today in games. Can he come back, win 3 in a row, and then win? Actually, it's out of his hands at that point. So,
yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, that would be the end of that story for him. He doesn't write the chapter afterwards.
After that.
All right, take it all back. Doesn't make sense to me anymore.
Well, it starts now, nonetheless.
Yeah. It begins now. Okay, so what we have here is a Baneling's nest. Multiple Banelings in there, by the way. You don't make a nest for just a single Baneling.
There's no S on it. I'm looking at it. It says Baneling nest. Don't you disrespect the Baneling nest.
Well, that's because... Okay, hold on. How many of these multiple Baneling would you think we would have? Can you tell me a number?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I mean, the nest has to have more than one. I would say there'd be multiple.
It's not a roach's warren element.
It is. It is.
Not. It's not. Anyway, we always have this debate once in a while. So dumb. Anyway, that was a fast third base, by the way, for Impact. I want to point that out. Like, that was sick fast, but
yeah,
it wasn't really punished by Losira. At least not yet. Third base now just finished for our blue Zerg, as he is making his way across the map with his speedlings.
Well, Bobby, Banes to the south, Banes to the north here from Losira. Whoa. Banelings. Oh my god, oh, yes! There's something in the main too, Bobby. Here we go. Oh, but, wow, the splits are real, actually.
Oh, we got the third base action happening here. A lot of Banes defensively here for Impact, rather.
Oh my god.
Juke is getting trapped. Oh, he makes it past.
I don't even understand. Whoa. Surprise Bane from the main. Oh, yes.
That's not bad.
How do you escape this? I don't even know if you can.
Oh, look at that instant split. Look at this guy. He's Losira. That's who he is.
Fast hands. Losira, is that what we're looking at here? More lings in the south, Bobby. Oh, wow, a pretty decent hit there as well. Can these Banes get up? Fights happening down there. Queens are all surrounded. They're going to go down. A couple Banes trying to get up too as well. I think Losira might have this one. 30 versus 11 armor supply, Bobby. If it was bad last time, it is even worse this time. I think he might do it. The beginning of a comeback. Oh no, Scott!
Oh, he just knows it. It's amazing. His splits are good, like initially, and then he just runs away. Like it's just perfect. God. Mostly.
That was. Well, it's still okay. It's all right enough. Oh,
GG.
He does it. He does it.
Losira. He gives us more Starcraft. Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's the real win here. More Starcraft. Dear Lord. Oh, these Bane battles. I can't get enough of them.
Oh, that was really
goodness.
sick. You gotta appreciate those splits, man, with those lings. It's like, as soon as the Banes come in, it's just like, all his lings will just spread apart, and then he'll move forward, and he goes right by them. Like, and then the Bane's just like, well, I don't know what to do anymore. It just doesn't detonate on anything. If anything, it detonates on one link. Just perfect stuff. That was the Losira we know and love. Really picked apart impact in that one. Good stuff. All right, so that makes the series 2-1 as we head into game number 4. This best of 5 Impact versus Losira. Join in on that lobby. The Zerg logo graphic is gross. Thank you. Point. Supposed to be liquidy. Alright, what else is Cat talking about? The nest, he casually says, and continues to try to argue it should be the nests. It's the nest.
The Baneling nests.
Yeah.
No. You only need one nest, but there's multiple Banelings in it. The Banelings. Yeah.
But there aren't, though. The Banelings are more elsewhere.
There.
Well, maybe there's, who knows? I don't know. But it's a Baneling nest. It's what they are. They're a Baneling, and it's their nest. It's not the Baneling's nest, because you're not referencing to multiple. You don't have to when you're talking about something that designates what they are.
All right, Bobby, I wasn't listening. I was getting this lobby ready. What did you say?
Of course. As soon as the English lessons come,
Can you tell me what you were saying, Bobby? No, I actually want to know.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have a point at all.
No, I did actually.
No, you can tell me if you want. If you want to tell me, you can go for it.
That's fine. You have instant replay. Just go back on that.
Oh, you did. You didn't. No, not in. I only have it in game. If you don't have it, that's fine.
That's a lie. You have it all everywhere.
Hey, if you have nothing to say, it's okay.
We're going.
Tell me. I mean, it's good. You know, I too am okay with Baneling's nest. If that's what you're saying. If you're okay with it as well. Well, it seems like it is. Seems like the play here. But you could tell me if you had something to say. Did you have something, a remark to make about that last one? There?
Yeah, even
I don't even know if you can.
Oh, look at instant split. Look at this guy. He's Losira. That's who he is.
Fast hands. Losira, is that what we're looking at here? More lings in the south, Bobby. Oh wow, a pretty decent hit there as well. Can these Banes get up? Fights happening down there. Queens are all surrounded. They're gonna go down. A couple Banes trying to get up too as well. I think Losira.
Like initially, and then he. It's just perfect.
God. Mostly. That was. Still okay. Take it away, Bobby.
Alright, now to the north, west side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It's Impact. That would mean, Element, to the southeast side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is. Yeah, well, he is on his way for a comeback. Perhaps, let's hope it's Losira. He himself going for the fast 3 bases. I mean, this is free hatch before pool Element in a Z versus Z. Oh, the gall! I'd be so insulted. Like you're dead. I'm just bling-a-linging you. It's happening. Yeah. I'd just be so mad.
Then you would die. You kill yourself.
Well, if I'm against Losira, probably he finds a way to kill me with a worker. But, you know.
Death by 1,000 finger pokes.
I'm against another, you know, I'm against a diamond or low master. I'm killing them. They're done. No problem.
Hi, Diamond Low Master. Bob will get you.
Coming for you. You greedy buggers.
Yeah. How dare you? Some guys in the chat like, alright, Bob, let's throw down. Okay. So, I mean, the good thing about this series is it's going on longer than the first one did. So that's nice. Scarlett series. Bob, are you in chat? Dear Lord, Bob, stay out of chat for just 5 seconds.
I was in chat for a second.
Come on.
Because I care about people.
Here.
Element.
Yeah, no, you
having
don't.
a conversation. You're talking about something. That's not a conversation. That's because I wasn't paying attention. Not at all. Actually, that's not. Give myself some credit.
Bob, we've got lingers.
We do.
What are they doing? They've got a baneling nest coming up here soon as well, so I think we might have banelings on the way very shortly, Bobby. Morph, you little fools. Do it.
Morph.
Mighty Morphin banelings.
Baneling that's ready to go, so.
Oh,
there we go. Some banes morphing
Vision?
on towards Losira's side of the map. Does he see it? I think he does. Is the Overlord within sight? Yeah, I think it is. I must see that. But he's not reacting. Well, either way, the jig's up. The banelings are making their way in towards.
Still crossing at the same time, though, Bobby. Oh god, time to lose in the middle. But the banelings coming in. There's nothing here for them to hit, though. Surprise on you. The third has all been a lie. He's coming for you. With 24 lings on the way, banelings are. Oh my god, do it! Do it! Yes! Yes!
Oh, Losira getting a hit.
Oh yes.
Actually, hits going up both sides.
Banes.
Much better for Losira there. He did lose the battle in the middle of the map, though. Did Losira. So keep that in mind.
In order to win the game, Bobby.
Yeah, because that baneling, I think, more than made up for it. So
yeah, exactly.
Because now he has his lings streaming across the map here for the blue Zerg. Wants to try to take out the third base of
No
Impact.
banes ready. He's gonna get on top of these banes.
Oh, that's so risky. You don't even. Oh, wow. That could have been so much worse. How? Amazing play coming out of Losira as he applying the pressure real hard here. Only 2 banes left. Can he actually set them off? No, he's going to retreat towards this third base. Wants to take it out. Banelings of his own coming in. Trying to section off some of Impact's defensive lings. Nothing much to hit here. They kind of go off on nothing. These lings are kind of, willy-nilly for Impact. They're getting surrounded really easily. Yeah, he's going to lose that third base.
On the other side.
Losira. That's true.
Although reinforcements cleaning up, Bobby, I think. Oh, it's so close to call, though, actually. Too close. It looks like both sides clean up the rest. Although down in army now is Losira. What's he remaking here? Drones. Oh god, he was droning. He was droning back at home. Dear Lord.
Madman.
Yeah. Although that was to catch up, so perhaps not so mad.
Okay, maybe not. Well, either way, it's a risky proposition to start droning when you're in the midst of a battle like this. And now we have Impact making his way across the map. That baneling going off. It's gonna nice exchanges.
Ooh, yeah.
Clearly, we like the Bane hit.
Yeah.
The Queen will survive as the defensive forces for Losira make their way in.
Will it survive? One ling at a time. Impact's getting her done. Oh my god.
He wants that Queen!
Bob, you made that happen, yeah. The curse of the bobbin strikes again.
That's all my fault, I admit. I made this happen.
What about here?
I did a thing.
Although, we're going to have 20 more links coming out here to add to already high army supply. From Losira. It's time to go once again, Bobby. Let's do it. As the legendary pendulum element swings the other way, we'll see if Losira can get some effective damage. He is heading the army supply somewhat. Trying to get a baneling hit. Oh, actually, Losira loses a bunch of his own lings to a baneling of Impact. Can he recover from that here? So, we've got banelings all over the place. A lot coming in for Losira. In fact, he has more banes than he has lings element. These queens are actually caught off creep, killing these queens as well. The workers are getting killed as well. Oh, no, run away! Don't run towards the banes. You have nowhere else to run. Why did that bane keep going? He had a bunch of red health baners to kill. Okay, there's still 2 banes here, Bobby. Somehow he doesn't realize them. If they split up and go left and right, they'll kill a lot of workers. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Okay, doesn't matter. Get it, kills, yes!
Oh, yes. 20 workers go down here. Oh, something must have happened somewhere else. Or a couple of them still died in the main, actually. I
think we missed something.
Well, we saw the good one, though. We can't see everything, Bobby. Unless we decided to use our technology. But why would we do that? Come on now. You're asking for too much. Okay. So there's roaches out. But, oh wow. Did he just pump out like... he pumped the whole whack of drones out is what he did.
Yeah, he hit that drone button.
Yeah, that would be what he did. Although, you know, I'm okay with Losira's spot here. He's gonna have to start making those roaches as soon as it comes up, and he is saving the money for that too, so we will see that. He's getting a lot of that money, dear lord. What, 10 roaches here, when he gets the larva for it. Oh, that's sad.
A little bane going off.
Yeah, didn't have to do it. Actually, he did that so that you wouldn't say he sacrificed himself for the rest. Now we did see a bunch of overlords at once to open up supply, and so that's why you're now seeing a bunch of roaches being made here forever.
Losira has a lot of roaches in production. I like this. He's sending a couple links, trying to get a couple more workers. Oh, he does not get one at the third base. But the amount of economic damage that Losira had got with that frenetic attack really picked Impact apart. Impact didn't know where to properly engage with his units. You saw that as his lings were streaming. They're all spread apart, which is nice because you don't want to get hit by one single baneling. But at the same time, Losira was systematically surrounding each small group of lings that Impact was sending out to defend, and losing those each and every engagement, allowing openings for the rest of the banelings for Losira to roll right into the main, or right into the natural, and kill a lot of workers,
Bob,
and setting Impact behind. It's amazing stuff, really.
We are seeing a bunch of lings being made here. He takes a fourth, but it's nothing but army behind this. I think we might be ready. Might be go time.
It might be time.
It is go time.
Losira, can he tie up this series, guys?
Double the army supply. Although a big pump of armor just happened right when I said that. But still, it mattered when I said it, and it was true. Oh,
it's true in the moment.
Yeah. Here we go.
The moment has passed.
Send the lings, or not, or keep them for later. Save them in the back pocket. More lings coming in here too. It just doesn't stop. Although that might be the trick, right? So he doesn't make banes at home. He's like, hey, there's no lings here. Don't you worry about lings. And then all of a sudden, oh my god, bunch of banes. Alrighty, I'm okay with this.
Wow, that's awesome.
Right with this.
Just bust right through.
Yeah. I mean,
he's engaging before the banes are actually here, though.
Yeah, he might want to. Oh, no, Losira, please. No.
What's he doing?
Why?
Why? Because he didn't want to wait. The banes are going to roll in. Actually, they're getting some pretty good hits, eliminating a lot of the front lines of those roaches, getting on top of some of these ravages as well, allowing a little bit of opening for the rest of reinforcing lings to come in and get some good surrounds on these roaches, and even on some of these queens, which are off of creep. Losira supplies now even between players. Army supply is slight lead for the Blue Zero.
Yeah. He could kill the third right now if he wanted to. If he felt like
he has to commit to something.
He could get right on that third. There's a single bane there. I like how you're. Why he didn't wait is because he didn't want to wait. That's the reason. Oh god. Just kill the third and get out. He has his own fourth up and running already. I mean, this would surely put him in a really good position if he just clicks on it.
Just get the base. Focus it, man.
Get the base. We've seen too many people not get the base.
Give it up.
Yeah. You know what?
I'll say enough is enough.
Yeah. I'm done with getting bases. I'm going for the real deal. Coming back in to get the base once again, too. Or the queen.
Okay.
No. Queen will live.
Or get nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, man. There's always been a threat. We have more lings streaming across the map. He does think better of it, does Losira. He's going to pull back. What he needs to do now is just hold it down. He knows that third base is going to be a while before it's back up. There's no fourth on the field here for Impact. He himself has a fourth base. It's not mining, but it's good for production at the very least. So he's going to have to utilize that production power. And he might even just sacrifice that fourth. It could just be, a way to buy time because he doesn't need it.
That's nice, Bobby. But there is a Spire on the way. We have seen Spires destroy Losira once before.
One time it worked.
Again. Yeah, 100% of the times, Bobby. Let's not mention actual numbers, just the percentage of what we've seen today.
Which are fake numbers.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure.
Well, 100% of the time. It wasn't 100% of the time today, though. From him, maybe, but because we saw Spire lose today too. Okay, sure.
Against Losira?
Okay, yeah. If you're being that specific, then 100% of the time, sure.
Yeah. 100% of the time Losira has faced Spires, he has died. Come on now. Why wouldn't we be specific when we're looking for numbers that work in our favor, Bobby? Come on now. Anyways, so the Spire is up. 91 armor supply versus 54, though. Can Losira click the A button and then, also click on the other side of the map at the same time? There's 2 clicks he's got to make before these mutas come out. 8 mutas on the way. Oh no. Click, Losira, click. Click while you still have a chance. Oh.
Gotta go.
I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to clear overlords.
What is he waiting for? He's just building more roaches, waiting for getting his upgrades. +2.
Click on
because the longer he waits, the worse it gets for Losira. I mean, not exactly. I mean, he is mining up 3 bases, so keep that in mind. His income has been better than Impact's for a while too, somewhat. worker counts
But dying to
even.
mutas is never a good thing, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, that's
gonna
the
lose
problem.
Like, this is 400-400 he's losing right here. For
He has no anti-air.
Yeah, so the anti-air he has is to just click on it. And now the armor supplies are pretty even, actually. So this is unfortunate.
Well, now this triggers. So he didn't know this was happening, clearly. He's like, oh, now I must go, now that you're here.
I should probably start moving.
And he just builds a Hydra's den behind the stage.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but at least this pulls the mutas away from his main base and whatnot. Now he's going into the one area what is probably he shouldn't be going to because it's well
the
defended.
area.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh wow, the juke.
Oh.
But the mutas above still gets the juke through.
Oh, this is not looking good.
Can his own mutas get no, it's not looking good at all.
Losira, what have you done, Losira?
He's heavily down in armor supply now too.
We've seen this
banking
before.
a lot of money. He's banking a lot of money. So there's gonna be like 10 hydras at once here, 11.
Okay. Well,
So that's nice.
it
It's
is.
something.
Definitely not nothing.
Although
That's
look at his army. It's like been muted, just slowly poked at.
It's inevitable and slow death. Now that fourth base is finally being mined from, but now it's going to die. So too little, too late for it to start to pay for itself here. A lot of Hydralists, as Elman pointed out, are out here for the Blue Zerg. They're consolidating at the foot of the natural base. He'll have to bring his army together. If anything, but he's not. He's attacking the other side of the map, and he's going to lose his battle. Oh my god. He's completely surrounded by Mutalisks,
It is a
Roaches,
massacre.
and Ravagers.
He didn't even kill the base. He walked right by it. He
No.
could have. He definitely could have.
Again, the decision making did not seem quite on par. He waited too long. This is not the first time he did that today, and let his opponent come back in this game.
I think
Where he had it. Oh,
about to see.
he just A-moved and won this game.
Oh yeah. I mean, he didn't know.
No, he didn't know, but that's kind of the problem too. He didn't send any, scouting overseers. That rather, who
Bob's usually the guy who's like, well, but he did well. This time, Bob's harping.
Because like I wanted to see him,
Yeah.
do well. But
I was getting ready to tell Scarlett she's got another match to. We're going to game number 5, but we're not. We're not.
Nope.
It is over. But
GG is called. Impact takes the series, and that means Impact and Scarlett both move on to the round of 8 for the House versus Korea. So congratulations to them. Also, big shout out to Losira for participating, Impact and Scarlett for participating in today's event. Definitely means a lot, of course, especially with the change of the format due to a player dropping out. So big shout out to them for doing it, and good luck to those in the round of 8. Of course, that means we have Scarlett, Impact. Who else made it? Of course, Special and Time from yesterday. Which was spoilers, by the way, guys. And then a Laser and Alive made it out of group. That was Group B, I believe it was. And then we had Hurricane and Euthermal and Solar. That's right, Euthermal and Solar from Group A made it through to the round of 8. That's pretty cool stuff. A lot of top-notch players have made it into the next round. So it's pretty sick stuff. Good event so far. A lot of good games. Of course, the VODs for Group A and B are on the YouTube page as well if you guys want to check those out. Group C will be up this weekend, and then there will be a summary video out early next week for Group C, because I've been making these summary videos for each group just for fun. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, you want a little bit more condensed version, decide to make those for the good times. And that that means we're down to the 8 players element. So that means on the schedule we had round 8 for tomorrow. Depending on these players, because some of them had some conflicting schedules. So we'll see if that happens tomorrow or might actually happen Friday. We'll actually be figuring out. We'll let you guys know on our Twitter page for sure, just to see how that goes down, because a lot is on the line too. We have a $500 prize pool, obviously generously provided by Lib75 and C-Tone. They have, of course, made this whole event series happen, of course, so big shout out to them making all this possible as the sponsors of this event series. And this is just the beginning, too, guys, for the House versus Korea, or just the House in general for events that we're doing. So hopefully we have, hopefully you guys continue to tune in for later this week. Again, follow us on Twitter, @GauntletSC2, get notified when we go live and what is coming up next. As soon as we iron that out with the players, we'll let you guys know when the round of 8 is happening. It's